Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to your final reading lesson of this week and also of home learning. Very exciting. We can't wait to be doing reading back in the classroom. So today we're going to be doing our non-fiction text. So you should have that in your home learning pack and have it in front of you. Should look like this. So we're going to be looking all about Mars today. So as always, I'm not going to read it through with you because you're going to do this independently today. So you've got your short text here and a little bit on this side, and then you've got 6 different types of questions to answer there. So read them carefully, make sure you're going back to the text as always and checking for the answers, and then come back when you're ready and we'll go through them together. So off you go. Okay, so hopefully you've managed to have a go at all of those questions. I'm going to go through the answers now, so make sure you have got all of your answers on your page and you're ready to mark it before we carry on. Okay, let's start. So question number 1, we cannot breathe on Mars because the atmosphere does not have enough. Now it says tick 1, so I'm going to be ticking either air, carbon dioxide, atmosphere or oxygen. So a really important thing in that is we cannot breathe because it does not have enough. Okay, so the key word that I'm going to look for is something to do with the atmosphere. So if I scan through my text, I can see the word atmosphere here. So I'm going to go back and check that sentence. The atmosphere on Mars is made up mainly carbon dioxide, meaning that it's not breathable. So I know my answer is not going to be carbon dioxide because this says there's not enough, and this tells me it's mostly carbon dioxide, so it's not going to be that one. Now I'm going to have to use my inference skills a bit here because there is not enough of something for people to breathe. So I think really carefully, what do we need to breathe? So there's also a clue in this bit you might have noticed. It says atmosphere here. And there's not really much oxygen, which is what we need to help us breathe. So I know the answer is going to be oxygen. Okay, question number 2. Find and copy the correct word to complete the sentence. Mars is named after the god of. So I'm looking for something to do what it's named after a god. So again, I'm just going to scan through. And it says God here. So if I go back and read that sentence, named after the Roman god of war, the Roman god of war. So I can write my answer in, named after the Roman god of war. Well done if you got that one. Okay, question number 3. Which of these are reasons why Mars is a good place to explore? Tick 2. So I'm looking for reasons that it is good to explore. So before I have a look in the text, I'm going to read the options first so I know what I'm looking for. Mars gets enough sunlight to use solar power. Well, that sounds like it's a good thing because we'd want to get solar power. That's really useful. There is no gravity on Mars. I'm not sure that would be very helpful because we know that gravity is important to keep you on the planet. But let's have a look at the other options. There is a little water in the soil on Mars. So that suggests maybe that is good to grow things. And a day on Mars is very short. Okay, so we're just going to go back to the text and check before I tick my answers. Now, it says in this section, why Mars? So rather than scanning through the whole thing, I know that it's probably going to be in this section because it's telling me why it's a good place to explore. Okay, so if I scan through, I'm looking for the reasons. So it's down at this bottom here. It says it is the most habitable, that means I can live there, planet next to Earth because. So this is going to be some reasons. Its soil contains traces of water. So that is true. I know that one said there, but I'm just going to keep reading before I tick it. So I think it could be that one. It gets enough sunlight to use solar power right at the top. So again, that was another one of my reasons. So I know those 2 are now definitely correct, but let's just check that it might not be the other ones so we can cancel them out. Gravity is 38% as strong as Earth, which it is believed humans could adapt to. Okay, so it could be that one, but this one says there is no gravity on Mars. So that's actually not true because the text says it's 38%. So I can now cross that one out because that statement's not even correct. And then the last one was a day on Mars is very short. Mars's day, called a sol, is only a little longer than Earth's. So it actually says it's longer than Earth there. So it's not short. So I know that it must be these two answers, and they seem like very good reasons to go in there. How many moons does Mars have, and what are their names? So I know this is just going to be a literal question. I'm looking for something to do with the moons. How many and their names? Okay. So again, I can scan through the text. Now I know it says something about the moons here. So there are 2 moons. Called, and they're called Phobos and Deimos. So hopefully you've got that there's 2 and both of their names there. Okay, question number 5. What is a day called on Mars, and how long is it? Now, because I've already read the text and we've just answered something similar in a previous question, I can go straight back so I know it's here. Mars day is called a sol. A day is called a sol. Now, I haven't answered all of the question there. I've answered what it's called. Now I need to know how long is it. Now it says here it's a little longer than Earth's. So I could have put that, but it's not very specific. It doesn't give me a certain amount of time. So actually it says in this box here, the length of the year and length of the day. So remember, I'm looking for the length of the day. So it's 24 hours, 37 minutes. So just 37 minutes longer than Earth. Okay, and the final question, number 6. Why does it seem odd at first that NASA has chosen to explore Mars and not Venus? So why might they have gone to Mars and not Venus? So why is that a bit strange at first? So it says here, why Mars? So I think my answer might be in this section. So let's just read carefully. Mars is not the closest planet to Earth. Venus is. The closest possible distance between Earth and Venus is approximately 38 million kilometres, while the closest distance between Earth and Mars is around 55 million kilometres. Why then are the most of Earth's exploration efforts directed at the red planet? Now, if I was just to read that, why does it seem odd at first? Well, it seems a little bit silly to go all the way to Mars, which is 55 million kilometres, when Venus is only 38 million kilometres. So my answer is going to be because Venus is much closer to Earth. Now that's why it seems odd at first, but obviously if you continued reading, it says Venus, Earth's smaller sister, is blisteringly hot and has a thick atmosphere that could melt a block of lead as easily as an ice cream on Earth. So definitely don't want to be going to Venus. Venus, far too hot for us to be there. So well done if you got all of those answers correct. Please make sure you have listened to that part of the video and marked your answers, and be completely honest and do edit them if you didn't get them correct, and then post your answers to Seesaw so your teachers can see how you did. Have a lovely rest of the day, everyone, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye.